Hey guys, so this is going to be tips for shopping at the Dollar Tree. I've wanted to do this video for quite some time. I've just never got around to doing it. I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice again. I think I'm going to have to go to urgent care today because my throat is just not getting better. Also, I apologize for my chicken scratch handwriting. I write half cursive and half handwriting, which makes it kind of hard, well, actually, very hard to read. It's just, when you get in the habit of writing a certain way, that's just how I write. I was going to erase it all and rewrite it, but I thought there's no point because I'm going to read each point to you anyways. So I'm not saying this is stuff you have to do in order to find good items or find what you're looking for. These are just tips that I think would be helpful to help you guys find some of the things that you're looking for or find what you want at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to read each point and then explain to you why I think it's important to do whatever it is that I wrote. So the top just says tips for shopping at the Dollar Tree. And then the first point that I wrote is watch Dollar Tree hauls online. And I'm not just saying that because I want you to watch my hauls, because even aside from any of my videos, you can watch anyone else's. You don't have to watch them, but I think it's helpful because a lot of us are showing what's new at the Dollar Tree, what they have, so you kind of get an idea of what the Dollar Trees have. Yes, they don't all have the exact same thing, and I've heard many different people say that they never find the stuff that I show, but there is, a big amount of Dollar Trees that do get similar items or the same items all within a 1 to 2 month bracket. So I like to keep up on Dollar Tree hauls. Do I always keep up on them? No, I'm so far behind right now, but I do like to watch them to see kind of what other people have, because there's been times when, had I not watched a Dollar Tree haul, I wouldn't have known that the Dollar Trees had that item around that time, and I wouldn't have went down there, and then I would have never found that item. So that's kind of another reason why I think it's important to watch the Dollar Tree hauls. The second point that I wrote is keep up on what's new at the Dollar Tree. So that kind of falls into watching Dollar Tree hauls. You keep up on what's new at the Dollar Tree. So then you're able to see, do you want it? Do you not want it? Do you like it? The third point that I put is make a list of things you are hunting for. So I think it's important that when you see something like, on a video, or I go to dollartree.com, if there's something that you like, write it down, because there's been so many times that I went to the Dollar Tree and there'll be something that I needed or something I saw and I forget. I'm a very forgetful person. So if there's something you see, write it down and take the list with you in your purse so then you can remember to pick it up. This, I think, is the most important thing of it all is be thorough. Check every aisle and every shelf. Obviously, you're not going to have the time to do that every time you go to the Dollar Tree, but if you have the time to spare, this is why I find as much as I do and as many good things as I do, because I'm very thorough. I end up being in the Dollar Tree each time for a minimum of an hour, and not every time, but when I'm, buying like a lot of stuff, like the haul that I last did, I go down every aisle, even the toy aisle, because sometimes the workers will put things in the most random spots. Like I found party decor in the toy aisle, or, just random things. Or there could be, sorry guys, there could be something on your hunt list and there could be one left. Someone could have put it in their cart, been walking down the toy aisle, and then decided, you know what, I don't want this. Do you know how many times I've been on the hunt for something and in whatever area it's supposed to be in, didn't find it, and I'll find one left sitting in a random spot, like, just in a random aisle, and I'll be like, yes, I found it. So be thorough, check every aisle, every shelf. Another thing, why I think it's very important to check behind stuff, under stuff, on all the shelves is there are the people, and I do not do this, that hide things at the Dollar Tree. I don't know whether they just don't have the money. I don't know why they don't buy it right then. I'm guessing they don't have the money. So when something good comes out, they will take something and they'll hide it like on the bottom shelf, way in the back. Always check the bottom shelves and check in the back on the bottom shelves. I have found also so much of the good items on the bottom shelves shoved in the back. There was also one time there was some makeup that I was on the hunt for, and I got down on my knees, got on the bottom shelf, and I pulled out a bunch of, I don't know, hand soaps or something like that. There was a freaking box that they had, the stuff had come in, and I opened it, and there was a bunch of crap, like toys on top, and then underneath that, there was a bunch of the really good, I think, like Milani and L'Oreal makeup, and some of the Profusion palettes shoved in there in one of the boxes with toys on top, and it was closed, put on the bottom shelf, shoved in the back with a bunch of stuff in front of it. So I know it kind of sucks for that person, but really you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hide stuff at the Dollar Tree. If you don't have the money to buy it, then sorry, don't really know what to tell you. So that's why I think this is the most important tip of all, is to be thorough, check every aisle, every shelf. Even the little buckets like in the makeup aisle, or on the shampoo aisle that they put on the bottom with all the travel stuff. You don't know how many times I've dug through those and found makeup items or just random things that I was looking for. So the next point that I put is look behind and under items, which I already went over. Then find out what day shipment gets to your store. I think that's also really important because on the day that the shipment gets to the store, they unload it, and if it's something good, it's going to go like that. It's going to go really fast. So mine used to be Wednesdays, now it's Tuesdays. Normally, I like to go the next day if I'm not really on the hunt for something, because you have to stand there and they bring the boxes out, and so I like to go the next day. But if there's something that I'm really, really on the hunt for and it's something really good, I go on the day of the shipment. Like the manager, Melissa, told me to get there on Tuesday at 1 o'clock because they get their shipment and I'll be able to get the pillow pet. So, but if it's not something I'm really, really trying to find, then I'll go the next day because I know everything will be unpacked. But like I said, the chances of, some of the stuff already being gone. So it's just how bad you want something. So also, when they bring the shipment stuff out, they'll have the U-boats out with the boxes on them. I look at the pictures on the side of the boxes. So if the boxes are sitting on the U-boat and they just have left it in the aisle, I look at the description on the side of the box and I look at the pictures. And I've also found a lot of the things I'm looking for like that. And if I see something on that box, I open the box and I get it out. As long as you don't make a huge mess, at least at my Dollar Tree, they don't mind. I've even went and asked them if they could open it for me, and they don't mind as long as I don't make a huge mess. So the next point that I put is be there on unloading day, which is the same thing. The next point is get to know your staff. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, wow, this is crazy. Why would you do all this? Well, me, like, I go to the Dollar Tree all the time, so this is important stuff for me. I guess if you go to the Dollar Tree every once in a while and you don't care, this is overboard. But for me, because I go all the time, this stuff is important to me. So get to know your staff. It's pretty easy for me because our town is a small town, so a lot of us already know each other. But when you get to know your staff and you're nice and you talk to them, they get to know you and they like you. They're going to help you out more if they like you, you're nice, you're courteous, you're respectful. If you want them to put something aside for you, they're going to be more willing to do it if you're nice to them, if you're respectful. There are a lot of newbies that come and go all the time at my local Dollar Tree, but the managers and the assistant managers and then some of the workers, they stay the same. They've been there for a long time. So I basically know all the workers. I'm nice. And another thing, too, is like if there's things that I don't want, because I do at the end of my shopping trip, I do something. I've been doing it for years. Anyone that personally knows me will already know what it's called. It's called the elimination round. I go through my cart and I try to pick out, if it's like, $100 trip, then I'll try to pick 10 things. If it's like a $40 trip, I try to pick 5 things that I know I absolutely do not need. Let me stretch my leg out, you guys, really quick. So, like I said, it's called the elimination round. Well, you can imagine when I'm taking this stuff out, I don't just set it on the shelves. I go and I put the stuff back. And when the workers see you doing that, they, they appreciate that. They know that you have respect for them, that you're not just going to throw stuff around. And if I'm at the front and I decide there's like two things I don't want, I hand them to the cashier. I don't just set them in the candy. But if there's like 10 things because I went way overboard and I decide I don't want them, and any of you guys can think this is crazy, I go and I put this stuff back. I don't have to do it, but that's, one of the reasons that they really like me, because I've worked retail and I know how it feels. So that's just, you don't have to do all that stuff, but it helps me out in the long run, because I don't really ask them to put stuff aside for me. I really just ask them to let me know. Like Darlene, the assistant manager, she was my manager at Kmart. I ask her if she can Facebook me because she's a Facebook friend. I say, hey, if you see this, can you Facebook me and let me know? And they started putting stuff aside for me without me asking, just me asking, hey, if you get this item, let me know. And then they'd be like, hey, like the pillow pets, one, I didn't know they had them and I didn't ask them to put them aside. It's just that they did that. And then I would do this stuff for them regardless, because, like I said, it's a small town, and a lot of these people were my friends before I started going to the Dollar Tree, but it helps. So also, sometimes I'll bring Darlene Starbucks, but that's because she is my friend. I'm not saying you have to do that for someone you don't know. So the next point is be nice to the staff. I already went over that. Check DollarTree.com. I check DollarTree.com because sometimes there are things on DollarTree.com that they don't have in store that I'm hunting for. Yes, you have to buy it in bulk, but sometimes it's not like anything crazy. It's not a lot. Like maybe it'll only be like 5 or 10 items and it'll be worth it. Also, that kind of shows you what the Dollar Trees are going to have, what they're expecting, or what they do have. Don't be stingy. Share your finds so others will share with you. That's the last point I wrote down. That's why I share my stuff on my hauls. I put it on Instagram. I tell my friends and family about it. I don't know. I don't know if I really believe in karma, but I share my finds with other people, and because I do that with them, they tell me about things. So if you find something that's a really good deal at the Dollar Tree, tell your friends, tell your family, share it, because the chances of other people sharing their finds with you will be greater if you're not stingy. I hate those people that find something and they just try to keep it all to themselves. And I'm not talking about buying a bunch of one item, because I've done that. But I don't usually keep everything for myself. I'm giving a lot of this stuff away, and I always tell people and take pictures, and I'm very giving, and I share my finds all the time. So there's probably like many, many more points that I could make, tips and tricks to how it can help you find stuff at the Dollar Tree, but these are the main ones that I think are important for finding what you want at the Dollar Tree and being satisfied with the things that you get. So also don't forget to check expiration dates at the Dollar Tree. That's very important. And yeah, if there's anything else that I think of, I will let you guys know. I hope you guys are having a really good week. I know I did a lot of talking in this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.